Hello, Trist. Hello. GG's on first. How goes it? Other than you're eating insects now, I guess. Trist, you're gonna be the first person to see the new changes. I don't know how to explain that plot twist. I still haven't really figured out lighting. I kind of like how it is right now, but I don't feel like it might not be the best choice. But I don't have the dang green screen. I have so much room now. Like right now, it's literally just Babe Ross art. Babe Ross art. But I want to turn it into like a full art display. And we're drawing a mouth. Babe Ross art. There's a Charles Pokemon card that you can't see. There's a Deftones poster. And then there's Babe Ross art, Babe Ross art, Babe Ross art, Babe Ross art. And then there's like a little invisible Babe Ross art right here. This little black square is another Babe Ross art. I used the wrong wall. If I used the wall that's like behind you right now, right behind you, that's the one where like your piece and Dev's piece is. But it's not the, like, this spot right here would be terrible for my desk on that wall. Caitlin. Also, hi Nagan. Hi Nagan, hi Caitlin. How's it going? We're drawing a mouth. We're drawing a mouth. Jeff. How goes it? How's everyone doing? What day is today? Today is Thursday. How's everyone's Thursday? Want to draw? I've been doing like off stream. I've been drawing a lot of like hands and mouths recently. I just feel like doing one on screen. Sage. We're gonna see how it goes. I should have undone that. Dual just got home from my tattoo sesh. Nice. Is it done? Or do you have more sessions? Behold, a figure emergeth from the horizon most mysteriously, uttering no warning save the thunderous echo of their own existence. So it sounds like you're having a nice day. You're having a nice day is what I'm getting out of that. Welcome in, Eno. I'm existing. Just, you better take care of yourself. Just woke up after a nap. Woke up from a nap after a terrible night of sleep. Why'd that happen? I did catch that you said you were typing at 4 a.m. So it seems like sleep was iffy. My arms feel like they're gonna fall off. I've been braiding my hair for so many hours. How hard is braiding? Should I braid my hair? I shouldn't have asked that. I'm not gonna do it, but it's a conversation. So I have a small update on something. Remember there was a job app 1-2 in college? Yes. It's definitely a conversation. Are you gonna braid my hair? I want this to be like a kind of a comically elongated mouth, right? It's kind of shaped like a coffin. Like 7 hours in. Maybe I don't want to braid my hair. Even if I could, I don't want to, I think. Unless Sage just has like the most hair in the world. I feel like you got a good bit of hair. I feel like I should know that, actually. Let's go. Do I like book an appointment? How does this work? Gray? You're not an ads, right? Okay. How's it going? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. What am I doing? What am I doing? 7 hours. 7 hours for braiding or 7 braidings for an hour? Can you elaborate? Like, can you explain what that means? You know? Rain raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you doing? 1-7 for braiding hours. I feel glad I'm not tired right now reading that. Job 1 fell through. I think it said I got denied. I think I said I got denied the day after. Interview for job 2 next week, but I'm not as excited now and just nervous. I'll have to enroll in the college to do one class, which wouldn't be possible if I get this job. So it's going to hold me up another year in getting the painting qualification, but the idea of interview is terrifying me. Interviews are terrifying for everyone. Just like study up for what you want to say and try to de-stress. I know that's a tall order. And you got this. How are you? I'm good. I was working on a St. Jude piece today. And now we're going to draw some mouths. It was great. I'm redrawing my emotes. Oh, I think I saw that. I think I saw you share one that you're like animating with the sibs. That'll be fun. Emotes are fun. Emotes are hard, but they're a lot of fun. Chat, if you're not following Gray, if you have anything you want to share, feel free. If you need the raid to run, I get it. No worries. Corinne. Also, welcome in Dragon Infernos. How you doing? Okay, I'm gonna lurk and finish braiding. Hopefully be done by the end of the stream. I hope so. If it takes you 11 hours, I feel for you. Thank you for the lurk. Enjoy your braiding. Or even better than better hour for 7N. These are the things people don't think about enough, you know. How are you all? I think we're good. Eno's trying to confuse everyone. Or like mostly me, but I just want to make everyone feel included. A person who thinks all the time stinks all the time. It's called advanced. Trying to like rough out general lip shape. The thinker. Are you calling me the thinker? It's very sweet of you. It's a little early for compliments, but I'll accept it. This side is a little higher than the other. Worked on setting up OBS on my laptop today. Had to redo all the overlays. But also realized that I forgot to copy my PNG tuber. No. I recently re-downloaded like right before I stopped using my tuber, I re-downloaded the software because there were some pretty big updates. And it lost all of my like presets and stuff. So annoying to set back up. A thinker that speaks all the time. These. It's a little bit like aggressive. I'm making a new one instead. It's always a fair approach. I wanted to remake mine like once a week, honestly. Also, I did figure out today a pretty good way to do a 2-camera setup. Talking about OBS reminded me. Show might be a lot easier to do like traditional streams than I thought it was gonna be. What about a time who speaks all the thinker? I'll let Ratsky answer that one. 15 months. What in tarnation? Thank you for 15 months. I think you might be first. I don't think Nagan shared that one. It's always one of the two of you. Welcome to Be Here. How is your Be Here? Also, how's it going? Welcome in. We're drawing a freaky mouth. I think I might want the top to be a little bit taller. The bottom's that tall. It doesn't make sense for the top to not be like, kind of tall, at least. Close to 4 steaks. Just, do you need any steaks? Bought 2 today? Nice. Did you ever figure out what it, like, wasn't there an issue with cooking steak the other day? Did you figure that out? Like you were missing something? Week is okay, being mad productive. Nice. I've had a lot of daytime hours inside. I know that, like, can probably be frustrating. If you got stuff you want to get done. Like, outdoors is healthy. I want to get out more. I've been getting out more, but I want to get out, like, a lot. Start being outside, like, half the day. I'm not gonna order steak because it's been ages. Get you a steak. You deserve it. Have another 12+ hour shift tomorrow. It's Saturday back at work. Season is starting to pick up again. Oh, like 12 hours outside a day. That's a different story, possibly. Hope you're not getting like sunburn and stuff. I always get well done. Okay, I can't eat steak anymore. But when I used to eat steak, that would have made me cry. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I didn't have oil or butter. It was resolved. Nice. Nice, nice. Those are pretty crucial. Might be like second most important ingredient of making a steak. I don't know, either like the oil, butter, or the seasoning. Can't decide which is more critical. Bye, no. Okay. Is that not like quite even? Are we serious? What about you leaving? I thought you were leaving. I would never kick you out for your steak, though. This is like roughly what I'm going for. I think so. Finally shared. Okay. I've missed the joke. I made the same joke. It would have made me cry. You know, get out. Ooh, I love this. I gotta open in browser. Okay. Are you slapping us? Are you slapping us, emo? Eno? I almost called you emote. Because I'm pulling up an emote. Where's the image capture? Okay, I think this is what Gray was working on. Oh, it's giant. This is a giant version of what Gray was working. As the people who eat well done. Guess I'm the emote. Are you this one? If you're this one, you're pretty cute. Great, I love this. Is this a static one or is this one that you're animating? I love the glasses. When I did eat steak, I ate steak well done. See, it's not just you, You're not alone. Don't like all the juices and stuff. I'm weird about like greasy food. So if it makes you feel any better, I'm not like a big bacon fan. And I get a lot of heat for that. Thank you, it's static. Nice. It looks so cute. Chat, give Gray a follow. See more stuff like this and some beautiful watercolors. I'm also like definitely drawing while you can't see what I'm doing. Crazy emote is more important. We better not have Rexy in here. She would throw hands over burnt steak. Sometimes I think, but I don't think. You can make tender melt in your mouth well done steak. I've heard a lot of people have success with like sous vide. I never tried anything like that. What should draw in? A giant mouth. A giant mouth. You just need to pick one with some fat. Good marbling. Why? I don't know how to answer that question. This is the real question. I just want to draw a mouth. I've been drawing a lot of like mouths and hands and stuff. Brain said, "Do it." Yeah. And I have an idea for like a cool like symbolism thing going on with it. And possibly a quote to write on it. We'll see. We'll see where the direction goes. I have a cool idea, bro. Trust. That's like half of what art is, though. Okay, reference. Write some Shakespearean. That's your field. That's your wheelhouse. Okay. So like front teeth here-ish. I was there. Like you were in that mood, or you lived in the time of Shakespeare. I was the compass. Who was the map? So like roughly there for the teepees. I'm just blocking things out first before I go into detail. Map, I never met him. These guys kind of here. I have a question for the people. Hit us. What you got? Is it about steak? A little bit taller. How many of y'all remember the names of Christopher Columbus ships? If there were there more than three? Because I feel like I know three of them, but I feel like every time people talk about it, there are like other ones that everyone forgot. Three is all I know. Same. Yeah. El Nino, Pinto Bean, and Santa Claus. Wait. Pinta. Yeah, Pinto Bean. Is it? Yeah. Unless I'm remembering wrong. Interesting. Do I get a ship of my own now? What would you name your ship? Dwight, hello? Not sure like how much of these bottom TPs I really want to show. I might hide these a little bit, make it a little bit wider. Why is that info burned into all our brains? I know why it's burned into mine. Because they used to always talk about it with like a little jingle. Da Nina, da Pinta, da Santa Maria, that kind of thing. I might have just sang a Rage Against the Machine song instead of what the actual jingle was. Can't think of a name. You gotta name it first. We can't have any nameless boats, or else you end up with another like Bodie McBoatface situation. I remember a bunch of useless info, so I don't know if it was a common remembering thing. I think it was. I think that one might be common. I can't speak for like any of the rest of your useless info. But I think that one at least was not just you. Imagine, Ian, what would you name your boat? If you had a boat, what would you name it? Okay, and then like back here, the little mouth, the little throat, the little dangly guy. I would not have a boat. Interesting. Even if you could crochet on it. I feel like Ian is like looking at this like practically, and like all the upkeep a boat would be, how expensive they would be. I won't own a boat, but I will go on other people's boats. Are expensive. Thank you. How's it going, Ian? How's your day? How you feeling? How you doing? What if it was Ko's boat? I think Ian would try to sink it. I forgot that I was covering roles today. No. Got a lot of people out or something. I'd care if I would trust a Cole's boat. Charles is snoring. I'm not worried about like getting the teeth perfectly accurate. They're not really the focus. I'm just gonna kind of rough them out. But he's a captain. Surely that name doesn't just like come out of thin air or anything. Let's see. I think I gave him too many teeps. But we can figure that out in a minute. GG. Welcome in, Gigi. How are you doing? What would you name your boat? Gigi's like, what? I'm just trying to say hi. Not all captains are good. The Titanic guy is a pretty good example. Pretty, like, prominent example. Don't trust a co. Never trust a co. Don't trust a co. Never trust a co. We were really just, like, listening to that in high school. Just openly. My boat? Yeah. If you had a boat, do you know what you would name it? Titanic sunk because of procedure failure more than the iceberg. I don't actually know a ton about the sinking. I know there's a lot of info out there though. Ian and Co are probably too young to understand that. That was certainly a time for music. Music was certainly in a place back then. There's conspiracies about the Titanic, yeah. I've heard a few of those, like the insurance fraud thing, or like the sister boat. I would name my boat Goat. Okay, that's my favorite one. Oh, Cod. Like both of these, so it'd be Goat Boat. I say the real Titanic boat wasn't ready yet, so they sent out a known broken ship that was doomed to fail from the get-go. Yeah. And that makes me laugh. That is pretty good. That might rival, like, the whole Bodie McBoatface thing. I always thought Bodie McBoatface was pretty funny, but... Goat Boat. Hi, hi. Okay, I don't like this right here. Beb would name his boat Rich's Catching Fishes. I need to hang up Rich's Fishes. I gotta remember to do that. Need to make sure it's hung up before next stream. Do you stand while you're streaming? I do, for the most part. If I sit down, it hurts my back, and it also makes me lazy. I sit down and I'm like ready to go to sleep. Thank you for the alert, Trist. That's what I thought. I can dance. Just enjoy your steak. That's good practice. I want to get to standing while drawing. I like I mostly started it because of back problems. But now if I'm sitting, I just don't feel like I have the same creative energy. Didn't know you're planning a Just Dance stream. That's why I got the mood lighting. I've never tried Just Dance, but I guarantee you I might be the worst player in the world. Ian likes to stream standing up too, especially when he's driving. I tried and it was brutal in the best way, like fun, but like a workout, that kind of thing. I love Just Dance. I haven't done it in forever. I tried my sister had one of those DDR, like vinyl dance mats. I remember trying that once and just wanting to go back to Guitar Hero instead. Gotta stand to run my car Flintstone style. Good reference, Ian. Nice reference to make some of us older people feel good. Choosing Latin dances, especially, those are hardcore. Worst part of crafting is product photos. Yeah. That's why I just like never put any effort into it. I just try to get my photos to look true and throw them up. Cleaning is worse. Yeah, that's why I just don't do that. Thank you, Beb. Although I did watch it like 20 years after it came out. What did you watch, the cartoon or like the movie? What's your like Flintstones reference point? The movie, like live action. Did you like it? It was always like a little bit unsettling to me. I think I've seen some of the cartoon. I grew up watching the cartoon, like whenever I was at my grandma's. And then I remember seeing the like live action movie. And it kind of creeped me out. Keep forgetting family friendly. It's okay. It's okay. We all slip up. I have no choice but to clean because polymer clay is a pain. Gigi, how long have you worked with polymer clay? And like, how long did it take to like get adjusted to it? If you don't have an answer, that's okay. I tried, my point was I tried polymer clay for like 2 or 3 months one time. I just couldn't figure it out. Like, it was so hard to use for me. Did they do live action versions of animated stuff back then? Thought it was a newer thing. Wait. Did you see an animated Flintstone movie? Regularly. Okay. I'm following now. That's a good question. That's like the big one that I remember in my childhood. I remember that one, and then the next one I can think of would be like the Scooby-Doo. I don't think it was as common. But obviously someone can correct me. Say you're braiding Ian's hair. Braiding it and dyeing it. Ian needs pink hair like Sage. OMG reminded me of the live action The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, where the beavers were human sized because it was people in suits. Megan, did you like that movie? Other than the beavers? I've been on Etsy for 4 years, so I've been working with clay for like 3.5. Seriously and exclusively for 3. Okay. That tracks. I just like it, polymer clay to me felt like I was trying to mold like something that was already set versus other clays. It was tough. Took like a year to understand it. Okay, that makes me feel better. I like that book, and I like the newer movie. Like 2005, okay. When that movie was like perfectly timed for me because I was obsessed with the books when it came out. And that first movie blew my mind. I was like in love with it. But then I never saw any of the following ones. Someone braided my hair for fun once and it hurt. I've never had hair long enough to braid. It does sound like it would hurt though. Conditioning is key. I think I was probably too lazy to learn like proper ways to do all that. How much you condition depends on what you're doing and how soft you want the clay to be. I remember like using some kind of oil to like soften it. But then after a while, I just switched to a different clay and then quit altogether. Have y'all seen Red Bridge to Terabithia? No, because I've heard it's heartbreaking. That was the first movie to ever break me. Yeah. I've heard good things about it. I've heard good things too, but like if like one of the main things people talk about a thing is how sad it is, I'm kind of like, do I want this? And the colors you're using, some colors are more brittle. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. If they need to like add more pigment to it, it would weaken the bonds. Or maybe I just made that up. I don't know. You can use a clay conditioner, but a lot of times I just use baby oil. Okay. It's a really good movie. I saw it in school after we read the books, and our entire class was actually sobbing at the end. Yeah, this is not selling me on it. Heartbreaking. I should put it on my to-read list. Nagan and I like opposite opinions on that. Gonna stop now because I can talk clay all day. You can talk clay as much as you want. I'm not gonna know what you're talking about through a lot of it probably. But I will listen. Done 54 braids. Roughly how many do you have to do total? Do you know? Do you have a like rough number you usually get? Haven't read it since 6th grade. Gigi should teach Beb to clay. Gigi would get so annoyed at me. I was trying to draw with the selection tool. Maybe like 10 to 12. Okay. I'm not a master or anything though. What if we think you are though? I teach you clay, you teach me drawing, we annoy each other. Let's go. I do want to start some sort of a like series or something where we all teach each other. Kind of like the stream takeovers the subs do. You think wrong. You're a clay master. TGG. Like serious teaching or funny teaching? Okay, Nagan, you know this. I want like I would like to do both. Like I still swear it would be hilarious to just have someone teach me something they know nothing about. I don't know if anyone else would want that, but my brain tells me that would be incredibly fun to me. And then I also think it would be great to like do serious. Mostly talk the funny teaching, yeah. I think both would be really cool. I don't know what KMP is or C not. I'm just a girl. Ian can teach you how to make mac and cheese. Ian, would you do a cooking segment? Step 1, don't. You're lucky I don't want to click out of my reference right now. Okay, I need to count these teeth because this isn't how they're gonna end up looking. I'm just blocking them out, but I think I didn't do the right number. Okay, top is good. Need to. So what you need a stream deck for, set up an auto delete. Oh. Again. I think that's smart. That might be like, that might convince me to look into it. Imagine. How's it going, Peach? Welcome in. I had the most disappointing mac and cheese ever yesterday. I was so sad. That hurts me. Mac and cheese is one of those foods where, like, if it's not great, it's kind of more sad than just not having it. Because, like, it should be so... I'm not gonna say easy, but, like, it should be a winning combo. You should be able to nail it. Talking about movies that make you cry, I just found on TV the first part of the Ten Commandments. Is that the like crazy long? Is that the one that's like an anthology, basically? Like an associate trying to get a master's though. Trying to get to master though. I feel that. Yeah, I wanted to rewatch it for a while. I've never seen it. Trying to think of any time I had mac and cheese that was disappointed. So if I fix this little situation here. 1, 2. Let's reposition this one more time. I've had a bunch of disappointing Macs, unfortunately. It hurts my heart. It was al dente, but also chewy. Gross. I have no idea how they managed that. Yeah, like the messed up texture. That gets me good. I have to worry about these teeth later because I have a reference pulled up, but you can't see his teeth on it at all. Thank you for the lurk. Enjoy the cooking. Have good food. I go to Mac and Cheese Fest every year. Excuse me? What does that mean? Ian, do you want to go to Mac and Cheese Fest with us? Maybe like you'll learn to love it there. Maybe they have food challenges. Ian, I swear if you end up saying you like mac and cheese after the St. Jude streams, you're never going to hear the end of it. Only if I can go with a shirt that says I hate mac and cheese. Do you want someone to like slap you or something? What's the aim of wearing that shirt other than just like making it clear that you're a hater? Almost all are good, but the one from Guy Fieri's restaurant was so gross I had to spit it out. Powdery and dry, but too wet at the same time. What? Sounds like it was like gritty or something. I'm just a girl. Well, for what it's worth, Caitlin, I didn't like that didn't click for me when Gigi said it, but now you did it to me. It was somehow worse than Boxcraft. That's disappointing. He's supposed to be mayor of Flavortown. It's a festival out here with like over 100 different kinds of mac and cheese. That's incredible. Why isn't that like worldwide? Please and thank you. What did you say, Beb? For what it's worth, I didn't think about that when Gigi said it, but when you said it, now it's stuck in my head. So it's not just you. As long as you let me be. I don't even know if that's the right words. 'Cause I'm just a babe. Enter this room and immediately want to eat mac and cheese. That's how it goes for most of us. I think Ian's the only one immune. Also, welcome in. How you doing? We're drawing a mouth. This is me whenever I see mac and cheese. Barely know any words beside that. That's like the one song of theirs that I really like. I can't remember the words. Also, thank you for resub, Nagan. Tier 3 is nuts. Okay, I'm gonna try to be healthy and shall be listening as I go for a jog. Don't die. Good for you. And when you get back, work on your cards. So one place made a vegan barbecue chicken mac and cheese. Did you try it? I didn't know it was vegan until I went back for thirds. It was so good. Nice. I like eating vegan stuff from time to time, just so I'm not constantly eating meat all the time. And that sounds really good to me, actually. Probably the only one whose stomach hurts. It's insanity. Insanity, Ian's Craft. Ian's Craft mac and cheese. Ian hates that I just said that. Ian hates me for that. He did a grocery delivery once and ordered 2 boxes of mac and cheese. It was 2 6-packs. That's one of those mistakes where, like, I would be a little bit annoyed with myself, but I would, like, so enjoy all 12 of those boxes. I'd be annoyed, but 0 regret. What do they replace the cheese with in vegan mac? That's like, Gigi said it was good, so that is kind of a good question. Because I know that, like, cheese is kind of the one thing that most people say vegan food hasn't nailed. Oh darn, I have to eat so much mac and cheese. Oh, poor pitiful me. Dang it, Gigi. They make vegan cheese, or sometimes they use like cashews or something to make a cheese. Nutritional yeast, yeah. I don't think I've ever tried a vegan mac and cheese. I've tried a lot of like gluten-free ones. And there's some really good gluten-free options. But like, I don't know on the vegan ones. Hey, I was spot on. Crab mac and cheese. That sounds so good. Crab and like lobster mac. Oh gosh. Imagine jury duty. Do you want to go in my place? Although that is a good reminder. I don't have a clue what stream schedule is going to be like next week, everyone. Next week is the jury duty week. No, thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Even though you're being rude to me, I'm taking my duty. Vegan mac and cheese typically replaces dairy cheese with a blend of nutritional yeast for a cheesy, savory flavor. And creamy bases like soaked cashews. Hang on. Who was it? Caitlin said that. So you teamed up to get this right. And creamy bases like soaked cashews, silken tofu, or boiled potatoes. There you go, Ian. And carrots. These are blended with plant-based milk, lemon juice, and spices to create a creamy, tangy, and thick sauce. And mixed dairy cheese. Ian, why did you ask? Are you going to try to make vegan mac? You should skip jury duty and just become a fugitive. I would... For anyone listening, this is a joke. I was curious about like what they would actually do. I was thinking about that the other day. I've made vegan cheese from potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic, and nooch, nutritional yeast. Cook it and blend it. Potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic. That does sound good. It's kind of hard for my brain to like process that, like really tasting cheesy, but it sounds like it would be good. Red real crab, and it was buttery with the right amount of Old Bay. Sounds incredible. It's only in October. And the various fried mac and cheese balls. I've never had a mac and cheese ball. Ian, would you eat mac and cheese if it were fried in like a bowl? They like balled it up and fried it. Gotta be raw cashews though, that make really nice cream when soaked and then blended. You've tried that already? Usually falls on my birthday weekend. It was very hard for me to understand it the first time I made it. I kept saying to myself, trust the process. I just feel like all the vegan stuff I've tried, I just like go in expecting it to not taste at all like the alternative, and then I like it. It's fun. I wear a crown and people buy me lots of drinks and I soak up all the alcohol with mac and cheese. There you go, Ian. You just need to get a crown and a lot of alcohol, and maybe you'll fall in love with macaroni, or like maybe with a person. I don't know. Whatever your path is. I seen your message, Bevington. Sounds just like a good day out for me. Ian would tell us that he's doing that, and then he would just skip the mac and cheese. How you eat? How you eat drywall but hate mac and cheese? I don't eat it anymore. Gonna force feed Ian mac and cheese when he moved to PA. Oh, what would you name your boat? Co, if you got a boat, what would you name it? Kind of did the same. I knew it wasn't going to taste like cheese, but I anticipated a cheese adjacent. Yeah. I think a lot of the issue people have with it is like they just want it to be the same thing that it's replacing. I don't want a boat, but if you did, what would you name it? For what it's worth, yeah, Ian's giving you all this garbage, but he specifically just said I wouldn't have a boat instead of coming up with an answer. So he's no better. Don't let him do this to you. What kind of boat? Okay, you can let Ian do this to you now. Ian, you're allowed again. I got so drunk at the last one, my brother had to pick up me and my friends. So Gigi had an excellent birthday. So it would be a submarine. Excuse me, babe. I think you'll find that submarines aren't boats. Oh, how's your day going? Are you having a better day? It's not ever going to be the same, but it can mimic, yeah, like the tanginess and creaminess of something. That's why I like it. One of the best lasagnas I've ever had was a vegan lasagna. And it was pretty clearly not what I was expecting. Like it was almost a whole different dish other than just being layered. So good. It was fun for me. My brother was annoyed, and I got a lecture about how I'm too old for this, but like, am I though? Is anyone too old on their birthday? I assume that was your birthday. My boat would be the whaler. I thought it would be goat. Goat the whaler. Co's boat would be Nemo. Co's boat would be Nemo, and then he would just lose it. Lose it regularly. You're only too old when you decide you're too old. I agree. Babe, if I had a boat, it would be called the Boy. What if Ian's butt sank? Goat boat, the Boston Whaler. I love the veggie lasagna. I make more than the regular lasagna. So much more flavorful, and so has the creaminess from cheese with cashew ricotta. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, it was just really vibrant compared to like a meat lasagna. It just felt like, yeah, flavorful. It felt like layered more. Like it was less like homogenized, if that makes sense. It was so nice. Ian is buying me a boat, so I want a Boston Whaler 420 outrage. If Gigi had not just said something about a Boston Whaler, I would have been so convinced that you were just making up words right now. Boston Whaler 420 outrage, which is about 450K for a used, but more like 1.5 million for a brand new one. I want brand new, please, and thank you, Ian. Okay, what is a Boston Whaler? This better actually be a boat. I don't know anything about boats, but I do recognize this like shape of boat. I gotta look this up. As soon as a second person said something about it, I'm off to Google. Four engines, we going fast. You wouldn't be afraid? You wouldn't be scared of that? Oh, this is not dark enough. It basically just made all of those pencil strokes I just did disappear. I would blame Ko. Ko and Ian just playing like IRL Battleship against each other. I was wondering why you were racing it all. Yeah, I was trying to blend it, and I got distracted talking about whales. It was all gone. Oh, also, Ian's crafts. Ian, I realized something recently. Charles? Is it in mine? I learned another thing about Procreate. I quit reading that manual. He's so distracting. Okay, he got comfy. I quit reading that Procreate manual, but then I saw a random video that made me realize where's a good brush for it? I always see this thing that people do in like Photoshop where you can outline the brush you're using. Did you know that Procreate had that? Like you can see the little stamp around it. You have that on? Yeah, I just found out about it the other day. And now like if Dev comes in and wonders why I'm not doing anything, you can see that I'm at least trying to do something. I'll Bev get with the program. Oh, Ko, now that you've mentioned that, is it time for me to pull up your dinosaur and critique it live on stream? With your rude tail. Want a fishing boat for me and Rexy. Looks like a work boat, like you gotta be fishing or something. Yeah. Does look like I could picture people like deep sea fishing off of those or something. I cried enough today at work. This is still not as dark as I wanted to be. It's at least visible now. So I'll start there. Just as a base. Cried enough today at work. But tomorrow is fine? Okay. I don't stream tomorrow, so you're gonna have to wait. Ko, I am curious though. Like this is not a critique of anything. Do it now, make him cry. But it might be something helpful for like the style of drawing you're doing, where you have like the line work and then you color it. Did you know, Ko? Okay, so here's like a circle. I'm gonna put it into quadrants. Two things did you know? Do you know about reference layers? Like you can set something as a reference layer. And then if you have a color layer, you can just fill it in. And it respects the lines that you have on the reference layer. Oops. And then, Robert said your layer's bad. I'm just helping him get more. Ian, this should be what you want. And then clipping masks. Do you know about clipping masks? Co, this will help you, like, this will, like, speed up the coloring in process. You're talking about coloring it in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then if you want to, like, add a shadow, you can make a clipping mask. And the shadow will just stay on the part that you colored. I'll have to replay that 7 times because you lost me like 27 steps ago. Okay, the layer that you have your line art on, make it a reference, and then put a layer below it, and just drag and drop your colors onto it. Those are the important steps. And then once you're coloring, you see this continue filling button up at the top? If you do that, you can just click all the areas. Caitlin taught me that one, instead of having to drag and drop. Met someone that colors in the same layers of their line work, and I was like actually shook. I mean, I want to move to that. I want to eventually get to only using one layer. Okay, cool. And then I have my color layer with the colors on it. Layer above it, turn it to a clipping mask. And then you can do like shading and highlighting on there without it leaving the shapes that you made. Because all I was gonna ask about like your shark dino was if you wanted to add light and shadows to it. And like with the, I know you said you were like trying to find a style or whatever. But with the style that Shark Dino was in, if you like that, those two things I think would speed your process. Can't say things like, what if Ian's butt sank? Chat, no more funnies. Thank you, Bebington. If any of that didn't make sense, let me know. Look at me like forcing Co to learn Procreate. Do. Okay, where's my reference back? Sorry, Nagan. I blame Ian. Almost like he could have known this 2 Sundays ago. Almost like. Oh, I also just realized. Wait, no, I do want to do it this way. I was about to say I was drawing things out of order, but I remembered why. The mouth is going to be holding something in the center right here. But it makes more sense to draw everything else first. So it can be like continuous. That's the power of digital. If I have questions, I'll send you a message at 3 a.m. and I expect a reply within seconds. I turn on D&D at like 8:15 every night, so have fun. Do 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 do. 8:15. That's my prime hour. Honestly, I haven't been remembering to use D&D lately, but I used to. Like every night, I would get off stream and do not disturb. Nonya. Are you streaming Sunday? What about Friday? This is also kind of a weird song. I don't hate it as much as that Metal Gear Solid one. Okay, and then these. This little ridge. Actually gonna go up a good bit. Kind of ends up becoming that little roof curve. Wow. Charles is already snoring. I feel Charles. Is it night time for Go? Go, did you sleep? Charles is just taking a nap so that he can be full energy after stream. He gets late night zoomies. Like I'm ready to go to bed, and he decides to run laps around the room and squeak his loudest toy. Do, 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 do. Twirls. Twirl. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yo. Rosalina. Why do we take the green screen down? Okay. Two things. Number one, like there wasn't a great solution to like lighting. It was either the green screen didn't work or I looked kind of like a ghost. But also I have the full room to work with now. And the green screen had to be like this far from the camera. So I really only had like 3 feet between desk and tipping over the camera. And plus I can have an art wall. I gotta like actually set up the art wall because right now it's literally directly behind my big noggin. I wanna like display everyone's art that I have. Why are you rearranging your setup? Okay, I know for a fact I can go ahead and darken this. This will like absolutely be darkest dark. Grubert. I did a sneeze. Grubert. I need to steal that sound. I'm gonna make that a sound redeem. Thank you. Thank you for the blessings. Grubert. What sound? Grubert. Also, I'm like specifically standing off camera right now. just realized my iPad was in like the worst possible spot. We're gonna start dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Co said, "You're adding Gruber, I'm leaving." Kind of sounds like Christmas music. It is not Christmas music. Okay. Okay, I gotta figure out these teepees. Not worried about them being like, accurate. I just want them to read. Read as like the right perspective. Okay, so this one is like pretty flat. Just have to add some details, especially to these like molars. Make it clear that they're like flat. A little pocket of like dark over in here. Okay. Imagine. What are we imagining? And are you close to done? You still got a while. A world where working doesn't exist. That's what I was asking about. Like, how much work you got left? It's gonna be a long day. Is it a long day? Or are you like close to the finish line at least? How are your dinos? Ooh. Oh, your dino game. Your dino game? Maybe. Maybe what we're talking about. Ooh. Ian abandoned us. And then already forgot his dinos. I gotta check my time cards off tomorrow, except logging in at like 8 p.m. to do some price estimates. So however long I need to stay to get 39 hours. Oh. I see. Might be obsessed with the dino game. When are you gonna stream it? Potentially to. Oh, what's the word? I can't believe you would never stream that game. That is crazy. It's so. I can't even think of the word I was about to say. It's so rude that you would rob us of that. Okay, I gotta pee. I was about to pee, and then Ian said, "Imagine." I didn't want to leave the second he spoke again. It's actually such a streamable game too. I've already met a bunch of people on streams. They're also nice. I love a like wholesome gaming community. Glad it's not like toxic dinos. I am running an ad. I was on someone. Over 100k viewers in his stream as well. He scared the poop out of me, and I screamed. Wait, like you showed up in their stream? Am I reading that right? Scared the poop out of me. Is there a clip? Send us the clip. Yeah, he was trying to hunt me. But you survived. I ran in the head. Okay, I'll be back. Nobody steal my dogs. Okay, we back. You did survive. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Imagine. I also changed shirts. I changed shirts. I realized that other one, I haven't worn that other shirt in like 2 years. It was like hugging my armpits. Oops, that was loud. Okay, I need to darken like all of this. Quite a bit. But I need to make sure I keep like some solid shadows. This little ridge part. I'm dead. Proud of you. Have you returned from jog? What is now an ice bath? Uh-oh. Like just from the jogging, or did you injure it? Is it just sore from the run? Actually, the more I look at this reference, it doesn't really have 2 of these things. So I think I'm just gonna darken it all. Now you're not supposed to jog your foot to death. Bless, thank you. Rolling a tub to make ice cream. Foot ice cream. Burger King foot ice cream. I feel like I succeeded in my jog. YouTubers are saying you get more oxygen when you breathe through your nose. I do feel better from doing that, even though it's hard. Gosh, that sounds like torture. I'm breathing through my nose for the rest of the stream. Watch if I'm gonna like reach a new state of being. Burger King foot lettuce. I want my bike back. I keep wanting to go ride because I haven't been exercising as much as I want to because it's not as fun. Okay, that's not darker enough. I'm having like Achilles issues, so just icing to prevent more issues. I see. Sucks. Okay, we're gonna just like go kind of ham color for the darkening. The darkening. My pin disconnected literally in the middle of a line. YouTube is full of running info though. So as long as it's not super painful, I should be able to still jog. Good. As long as you're not gonna like overdo it. YouTube is a crazy good resource. Do, 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 do. Goal is to run once a week, so not too much. That's a good goal. I want to, like, whenever my bike is ready, I want to do at least a little daily. But I would like to, like, go to the city trail at least once a week. There's not a great spot near here. Weekend looks like storms. It's gross. We've been getting a bunch of rain here. We've been getting enough rain that, like, I'm actually worried about my garden. Do you have a good, like, alternative to jogging for when the rain impedes it? You just do your, like, at-home stuff. Oh, you do have a membership? I was about to ask. I couldn't remember if you did or not. I feel like I should get a gym membership at some point, but been doing Apple Fitness strength workouts otherwise. I didn't realize, so, like, Apple Fitness gives you, like, routines you can do. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was more of just like a tracker. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of stuff, like 90 a year. Oh, so, like, it costs 90 a year for, like, their regimens and stuff. Less than a gym membership. Okay, I don't really like, it's like centered with it. Just kind of get side. We've reached the, like, play around and figure out what I like stage. Yeah, I think I like that a little more. Do 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 do. Tools. Okay, now I definitely keep sleeping if Charles is holding you hostage, Charles. Well, fun fact. He was just eating, like, aggressively loudly. And now he's just licking his chops. Staring at me. Hello, boy. Okay, actually, he just laid his head down. Sir. He did just lay his head down after I read that. I'm not saying that means anything. Dearest Charles. Means Charles is a comedian. He is funny. He's a funny boy. It kills me because like one of the funniest things I think he does is like he'll pretend that he's ready to sleep and like we'll all lay down. And just out of nowhere, he like jumps awake and runs straight across the room and grabs a specific squeak toy. It's the loudest toy he has. And it's like midnight o'clock and he just goes ham on it. He trolls you along with chat. He is a troll. This I never shaded. This I didn't really shade. This one can be darker even. Teeth are confusing. I don't like these teeth right now. But we're focusing on that end a little bit. So in order to ice bath my foot, I'm standing in a Home Depot bucket. Standing while ice bath. Sounds uncomfortable as heck. Actually. It works, but just makes me laugh. Yeah. If it works, it works. There's a pretty good shadow like here. The edge of the mouth. I don't have a tub, only a shower. Is that what the bucket was originally for? Like, did you get that bucket specifically for foot baths? Ice depot. Or like a igloo depot. Yeah, I saw someone on YouTube do it and I was like, well, that should be cheap, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense, and it seems smarter than buying one of those like medically marketed options. I don't know if like foot baths are a huge thing that they like market. I don't actually know. I might just be making things up. I have this giant Tupperware that is obscenely large. I don't know where it came from. That is my official foot soak tub. I realize I don't know if I've ever soaked my feet. So I don't know if I have a plan, if I ever need to. I hope not. I don't usually, but ice packs just weren't cutting it. I feel like I should probably learn to do soaks or something. That kind of feels like something that might be good self-care. Like, what if I've needed them? But I just don't know. I like to do Epsom salt. I have done that for back pain. Like muscle. I prefer non-burping methods. Ian is anti-burp. Ian's never burped in his life. I have hiccup burps. They are painful. What? You're talking about like you hiccup and it makes you burp? No, when I burp, it also hiccups? Whoop. I don't know how to explain it. I trust you. I just don't know what it means. All I can think of is like sometimes like somehow a burp gets like deeper than normal for me and it feels like it like catches and then it makes me hiccup. Is it something like that? I don't always do it, but I've had that before. Pretty much exclusively do it. But last week, when I went to the movies with mom, I burped and then the hiccup came 5 seconds later. Oh my gosh, they're sneaking up on you now? Got stealth hiccups. That's so rude. So I think this needs to go a little bit closer. So I can just blend that. But then there's like a comes out to like here. Mm-mm. Do. I feel like it's all a little bit closer. This will hopefully make a bit more sense once I blend. Yeah, because this side I've already kind of done that. Let's go ahead and blend this side. Looks a little easier. Do. One more case to process, and then I get to relax for the rest of the day. Is lax a rat with a piece of bread? It doesn't now that you're here. Welcome in. How goes it? Always thought we were missing something like that. Welcome in, Rat. How do you feel about macaroni and cheese? Ian, don't try to win people over to your side already. It's cheese? I'm cheese to eat it. Ian's a fake cheese fan. Ian says he loves cheese, but he hates mac and cheese. Is cheesed good or bad? Ian, when people tell you to say cheese when you're taking a photo, do you frown? I still grate a bowl of cheese and eat it by hand. It's hard not to eat some of it when you're doing all that work. I've never like eaten a whole bowl of it. You might be on another level. I don't take photos. Ian, you told me the other day you finally learned to smile for photos. Sir, quit remembering things what I've done said. I've not learned to smile for photos. I learned to smile to learn to smile. Okay. Whatever you say. Ian learned to smile for stream. That's what he doesn't want to say. To be fair, I don't remember. It definitely wasn't mentioned. But whose side are you on, Naggin? Ian did definitely not mention photos. Hang on, I need to see if like opening the window a little bit will mess up the lighting. Okay, I think we're good. Charles was just like sitting there trying to like move the blinds out of the way so he could see outside. It was making me sad. We are been Ian a lot, gotta even out with a couple agreeing with Ian's. I agreed with Ian earlier. And it hurt my heart, but he was very right. I can't remember what he was right about, but he definitely was. It's my quest to learn. I don't remember being right. You're welcome for the reminder. I can't tell you specifics, but... In my quest to learn, I did learn that models sometimes get trained to smile specific ways to look happier. That was beyond me. Like, there are different degrees of happiness that various smiles can convey. Okay, apparently you can do certain things with your face to make it look like you are happier. I just don't know that I could, like, handle, like, trying to force the emotion. Like, trying to be that intentional about it. Perceived happiness is too much work. Just be unhappy and proud. What was the... If you could, like, summarize what you learned that made you feel like, oh, I learned to smile, what was, like, the big takeaway? Okay, I was just about to darken that, but I'm gonna add some shadow here. I think I should do that first, because I'm gonna want to blend. Oh, I can't even see that little uvula in this reference. So we're just making it up. You know when you smile, you kind of pull back your top lip. I was also pulling back my bottom one. Pull back for like showing more teeth. I was also pulling back my bottom one when I smiled before, which is what created the like uncomfortable, scared look I was talking about. I'm just trying to work through what you're telling me. That was the biggest thing. So it's less bottom lip movement. I shouldn't have read that because now I'm gonna that's my new like stem. Like fixated on moving my lips. So in the time since you learned this, Are you like thinking about that whenever you smile? Like trying to actively combat? Are you like training? Are you smile training? Kind of, but not really anymore. I feel like I've gotten past the getting used to it phase. I see. That's good. Because I was about to say that sounds like so much effort to like constantly try to remember. Hardest part is learning to purposely control those muscles because they're supposed to just be ingrained movements you learn as a child. Fighting against muscle memory. I was always self-conscious of my smile being more my gums and not my teeth. But I got over it when I started to believe people when they said when I'm happy it's so apparent on my face. Yeah. That's the thing, like one of the things that helped me like more than anything not worry about like that kind of stuff is like I heard someone say one time whenever like people see you in pictures they see like they just see you, they see you and they see the emotion and they don't see like the little flaws that you think about yourself. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mainstream media says gums are bad, but I feel like when you see gums, that is like ultimate happiness. Mainstream media wants us to be happy, but not too happy. Because if you're too happy, what are they going to sell you to make you more happy? Need like medium volume happy, not high volume happy. It's all a conspiracy. See, that's the problem, Ian. The people on the Titanic were just too happy. That's what the social media lawsuits are about in a way. Okay, at the risk of sounding entirely out of the loop, I'm just gonna admit that I'm out of the loop. What like lawsuits? I don't know if I've heard about this or not. Making us unhappy and have bad mental health. Yeah. You're just talking about like in general when lawsuits happen with social media. If there are like specific ones, I haven't heard about them. This. Social media is facing a string of lawsuits alleging that they are purposely creating algorithms to make us unhappy, scared, and just have general bad health. Because it creates a negative feedback loop of wanting to be on social media even more. I believe that. I think multiple lawsuits are around teen accounts. They're also blaming social media for bad mental health and body image because they're trying to prove ads for beauty come up after girls deleted a selfie. That's wild. I believe that because even back when I was in college, I'm trying to figure out how to discuss this topic. Even back when I was in college, which was like, Ian would have been like 12. In like some of my psych classes, we discussed like studies that were happening at the time that were already proving like direct link between the rise in social media and the rise of like self-harm and self bye-buying. Specifically to like teen girl audiences and stuff. So if like action is being taken about that, I'm all for it. Was I even alive? Like half. Love how I figure out time via Ian's age. Ian made that Flintstones reference earlier, and I was shooketh. Ian referencing the prehistoric texts. I'm out of tea. The Flintstones movie came out in 1994, which is kind of wild because I feel like they did really good for that time. Like, I feel like it does like look really impressive for the time. And that might be why it was unsettling to me. I don't think I ever saw it. I don't remember if it was good or not. I just remember it kind of freaked me out as a kid. I only remember seeing it once. I think it was just good enough to watch once and be fine. There was some TV channel here that it was on like several times a year. So I know I've seen it quite a few times. It was kind of just one of those like on in the background things. I didn't really pay attention to it after the first time. Okay, I need to like soften this. My voice disappeared. Love how for kids in these shows, they usually had two kids playing the same role. So twins would play the same character, yeah. Trying to remember, there was a big show that I used to watch, and I remember being shocked when I figured out that it was two different kids playing the same one. Was it maybe like, did that happen in Full House? Did both of the Ashley twins play that one girl? Mary Kate and Ashley. Did they both play? I can't even remember the kid's name. The littlest girl. It's kind of wild to think that most shows with kids you've seen are twinge. Michelle. Did I say both of the Ashley kids? I think I meant Olsen. My sister and I was obsessed with Mary Kate and Ashley, but we watched all of their movies. I remember my sister and I were really into Full House. I remember my sister having like several of their movies. I remember one about like they were detectives or something. Who? Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. I was more obsessed with Amanda Bynes. Trying to think of a reference point for Ian about Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Ian gets a pass for them because they really got out movies and TV. Yeah, I was just thinking that like the best reference I might have for him is just their sister. Ian, have you seen the Marvel movies? Which ones? Like any of them with Scarlet Witch. Like, do you know who Scarlet Witch is? Oh yes. So she has sisters that are twins who were big actresses, like child actresses when we were little. Who? The Olsen twins. It's crazy how they all pretty much look alike. Yeah. And all are like huge in the like cultural sphere at different points in their lives. Mary Kate's last movie was Beastly. If that's the one I'm thinking of, that's wild. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Remake of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. But modern. And the guy is like tattooed. Is that the same one? Like tattooed and scarred. I've never seen that one, but I remember being very confused hearing about it. Book wasn't bad. The movie wasn't believable. I googled, and his like makeup, prosthetics, or whatever. It's a little excessive. It looks like over the top. He didn't last in the industry. I think I read something along the lines of he was not a nice dude. Diss tracks. Kind of at a point where like I'm more surprised if I ever learn that they like are. I can see he's been in things. Don't know any of these movies. I like that. I like how often we snagging down like following actors rabbit holes. It's terrible. Do you end up like watching things from those rabbit holes, or is it just a like reading up on it? He was in I Am Number 4. Just read up, okay. Do I know what that is? Read the first of that book series. Yeah, I've never heard of this. Got a girl from Glee. Ian, can you hear me? I feel like Ian might be working on something, and I feel mildly bad for shouting to him. Megan, did you watch Glee? Also, Teresa Palmer, who I liked in that zombie movie with Nicholas Hoult. I definitely have heard of him. Watch Glee. Did you like Glee? That's why I was shouting for you. I was curious. It was offensive. Okay. Watched it until I got weird. Till it got weird. I'm not sure if I enunciated that. But I like the music. Did it like was it offensive from the get-go? Pretty much, okay. I've never seen it. Well, the end, I was there for the music. They portrayed people from a lot of backgrounds and stuff, but only the most extreme stereotype versions of them. Also, there's said to be like a curse on the Glee cast. They get cursed because they were offensive. It's like cosmic retribution. A lot of them have passed away. How long did Glee last? I feel like that was... I feel like it ran forever. 6 years. Do 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 do. Everything up to season 4 was okay, but season 5 and 6 were off the rails. Off the rails, like bad, or like amped up the offensive. What? Okay, I don't know how this song sounds like on your end, but we're gonna skip it. That sounds like a car alarm going off. It's like when a series tries to stay relevant, but they end up failing miserable, as all series usually end. So it sounds like it got like forced and cringy. Yeah, basically gross. Asian guy was in Grey's Anatomy. It must have been after I stopped watching. Grey's Anatomy is another one that, like, I say another one, but like, well, I guess we haven't discussed this yet. I don't understand how it has had the lifespan it has. Grey's needs to end. It feels like it's just perpetual. McSteamy actor Pash. Do I know who that is? I know there was a whole McSteamy versus McDreamy. Oh, this is kind of recent. A couple months ago. Yeah, I also don't know who that is. One of the characters passed during the show development. I dislike how they handled it. There was an episode they filmed like right after it happened, and the entire cast was legitimately crying together, and they filmed it. So like they filmed a real world moment and put it in. It's kind of where it went downhill. Oh my gosh, my pen did it again. Yeah, they were all in the scene. They hit them all hard, and a normal person would have taken a break, but the directors, producers decided to film it and put it in the show. That's gross. Okay. Pen is back. Baby, your screen went black. Thanks for letting me know. I was just doing my Ian stream cosplay. Actually, Ian, your stream is incredibly bright now. I feel like that joke can be retired. I feel like you've evolved. I stopped watching way before that, so I'm glad I didn't see that. Yeah, that's icky. Cannot control the light in the car. Yeah, but you were knitting at a desk with an overhead cam, and I could see like literally actually what you were working on. This is a Ian 2.0. Desk light, it's pretty bright. Does that mean it's gonna go away? Is this like a actual new setup? Unless you've used that setup before and I didn't see it. Faces away from me so it doesn't blind me, so it's okay. The stream looked good, like genuinely not trolling. I think it was working. We got a raid. Yepany. Welcome in. How are you doing? How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. We're drawing a mouth. This is probably a lot less cute than what you were seeing over there. Welcome in, everybody. This is a lot of names. If I miss anyone, you can yell at me. Evan Grow. It's Brian. Yepany. Are you ready? Are you ready for a jelly? Tux. Vile. Banana Bear. Banana Bear. That is a beautiful name. Hello, BPPER. That's right. Okay. Yepany, I'm gonna be honest. I tucked the bear back in the box for like safekeeping, but I'm gonna get it. I want to show the world. Okay, where's my OBS? Chat. Look at our friend. It's not gonna focus, is it? Get my face. Oh, you can't see anything. It's so blurry. Beb, stop hiding. This is the new Beb. Hello. Yepany, do you have like a link to your store? It is. If the bear. It looks so cute. If it would, like, if my camera would focus on it. Let's see if I can hand focus it. Okay, let's turn. Oh. Okay, it's our little pal. I gotta figure out a good way to like display him. Okay, my focus just doesn't want to focus on it. Also, hi Jarla. Was that Jarla? Hi Jarla, how are you doing? Welcome in. I was not ready for the volume increase. My bad. Chat, everyone follow Yepany. Yepany makes some of the cutest stuff I've ever seen. Okay, I can spell. Just a little bear peeping. Yeah, I want to get somewhere like nice to prop it up on my desk. Ebony has adorable like clay creations and like variety goods. You have a really good variety. And also does some digital art that like kind of blew me away. I've been meeting more and more bear lovers, so I think the universe has been telling me to make more bears. I think I agree with the universe. I'm not like biased or anything, but I think it's a pretty clear sign. I think we need more bears. I would never have guessed you'd agree. I try to be pretty subtle about my bias. I don't want to be so open about it. But I do have a little bit of an affinity for bears. What are you drawing? Okay, I'm trying to. It's a mouth, but like I want to start making more like kind of statement art sometimes. So I'm drawing this like elongated mouth that I want to be holding a pencil. So like there's gonna be a pencil. That's not a, that's the smudge brush. It's gonna be holding a pencil. I've got a few ideas for little like catchphrases that I want to write around it. That's what we've been doing today. Why did Procreate flip that? I might have to like actually figure out the teeth soon. I've been putting that off. Also, thank you for those follows. Thank you for those follows. I tend to do like anonymous follows, but I do see them and I appreciate them. The reference I'm using is like actually kinda not great. So I'm having to fabricate some of the details. I think I want the shadow to go around a bit more of the tongue. I'm gonna need to do like a more serious shadow once I put the pencil in. It's this like base layer right now. Give the tongue like a little bit of a little trough in the middle. Okay. I think I need to darken it a little bit more. Maybe quit flipping it. Maybe pretty dark back here. But thank you for that raid. If you need to raid on or anything, do what you gotta do. I was looking at your shop and you do whittle. Okay. I can't remember if I have anything up from when I did whittle. I used to, but I do like electric carving now. We use like a rotary tool for most of it. There might be one or two things up that were whittled. Thank you, Nagging. Okay. Say ah. That's what this drawing is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, perfect. Welcome in. How are you doing? Chat, check out Japanese store. I know. Oh my gosh. Naggin, did you ever use Stage Manager on your Mac? Or any Mac users out there? Did you ever use Stage Manager? Practicing some Mortal Kombat. I do not like Stage Manager. I get that. I have it on one of my monitors right now. I was trying it out today. And I like it for like my OBS monitor. But it's been confusing me all stream. So maybe I don't like it as much as I thought, but I think I like it. Also, why? I swear I know how to stream. Why is it not? My OBS isn't listing. Practicing some Mortal Kombat, so I shall be lurking. OBS isn't listing the window I'm in. There it is. There it is. Okay. Chat, look at this shop. Japanese also participating in the PP. It's always an interesting statement. Okay, I gotta. Okay. There we go. Thank you for the alert. Perfect. Enjoy. Okay, new Yepany is in the BP, and Yepany did a shop drop recently. This is what I was talking about. Variety goods, totes and bookmarks and prints. Westminster, thank you for the gift sub to Yepany. Yepany, enjoy the emotes and the no ads. Thank you, thank you. Wait, what does that mean? I forgot to. Okay, I forgot to put our goal back up. Okay, let's get this out of the way. You need to see the mushroom guy. Tiffany also has a YouTube channel where she does tutorials and similar about her sculptures. I love that. I saw a Yepany post earlier on Insta. There's one of my recommended. I was scrolling through, and Yepany has some of the cutest bear drawings I've ever seen in my life. More of a gesture on the trackpad to show all the windows open. See that? I was never... Like, I've only ever done that on accident. I never remember that shortcut until I accidentally make it happen. Like, because I just mouse and keyboard with my Mac. Y'all are better at promoting me than I am. Thank you so much. I'm trying really hard to like learn to talk about other people's stuff because I never know what to do after a raid. I just happen to know like very specific things about your shop because I've looked at it so recently. Who's this adorable pupper? Oh, he's way covered in that screen. Oh, he's not even in that screen. He's kind of here. That is Charles. We got Charles is the big golden guy. And this little girl, this is Rosalina. Everyone does try to steal Charles. I love Charles and Rosalina. Chat does too. Rosalina is a little menace. And I'm not allowed to talk bad about her. They're both very sweet. And stickers. Okay, the desk buddies. I got the bear one. That's what we just looked at. But there are mushrooms and little chickens. No, those are duckies. Where? Okay, hang on. There was one specific item in here that I was talking to Nagan about, and how it feels like. Here it is. It feels like my life motto. Tiffany, this is brilliant. I'm obsessed with these. That's why I got one. It's so good. Nothing is under control. Me trying to have a conversation with Ian, like. Chat. Go check out Yepini's store. I think I still have it. It's on a tote tee keychain. Yeah. Some of my best sellers. It seems we're all on the same wavelength. I think we all just like feel that. Like it's so pertinent. It's so relevant. It's 2026 wrapped up. I should get that sticker for Christmas stocking prep. That's where you'll find it. It's a 2026 mood. So true. Okay. I wish I had a good way to show the view that I have right now. Hang on, maybe I can. I set the little clay buddy on the desk in front of me, and then he's like kind of just peeking over the edge of my iPad. And he's surrounded by the fake Cheez-Its I made. Okay, Beb, hear me out. What if I don't wanna? What you got? Also, last cute Charles photo you posted, and that share was like January 29th. I think we need another one. I don't want to admit the truth about this. I took a really cute one like an hour before stream. I forgot to post it. I literally said, "Oh, I'm gonna finally post a Charles picture," and then I sure didn't. Dang, I don't. How's it going, Red Bean? Welcome back. Baby, yep, Ian's. All the rest of chat. Bebbington. Guess who's back? It's Grubert. What a journey it is, just like hanging out in my chat. Chat, y'all are chaos. How's dinner? Dinner was delicious. What did you have? do 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 do. GG. Okay, actually, there's an ad. There's an ad that's about to run. I kind of need to lower my desk and get some water. So I'm gonna do a shorter BRB for the last little bit of stream. Dang, I was gonna stealthily do that. Now it looks like you're telling me to. I mean, you are telling me to. Now it looks like I'm listening. I need to remember to do the like. Well, I need to change the Discord name before I do this, but I need to remember to do the like newspaper review thing I was thinking about. Okay, ad is running now. Or like I could like have a weekly little like newspaper segment where we recap photos. Our stream is Vaughn's fix. Charles' picks are my fix. Those are kind of bars. Those kind of bars what you just did there. Charles' picks are my fix. Okay, I need the BRB. Give me a couple minutes. Don't steal my dogs. How very dare you, Gigi Von Craftington. Outer Wilds. Now again, I almost came back, like, I almost unmuted to mention that that song was playing. I did a little dance to it. I want to play the game. I need to beat Outer Wilds. I meant leaving. Don't leave with my dogs. Also, thank you for the reminders, Red Bean. Someone's got my back. Oh, I did not lower my desk. It'll be okay. Okay, I got the dogs. You don't even know how to handle a dog, Co. Had other stuff playing, and even I was like, wait, I hear Outer Wilds. It's so good. If I didn't feel like I would get like taken down, I would kind of like to just like listen to that at all times. The whole soundtrack slaps. How do you know, sir? Okay, what's the #1 rule of taking care of a dog? Captain Cole. Corn, I think you made a mistake because cows eat lots of greens. Oko posted what he ate. Spinach pesto pasta with broccoli, rabe, and beans. Consistent attention and affection. I'm conflicted because that's like rule #2. So I feel like you need like a little bit of credit. I think you made a mistake because cows also eat lots of greens. I get what you were trying at. Consistent care. You gotta like feed and water them. Name 2 foods that could kill a dog that you can't be leaving out. Yes, name a food that like if you vacuum sealed it and left it on your desk, your dog might still smell through the vacuum seal and jump up onto the desk and like eat the whole package while you're away for like 10 minutes. I don't feed or water Ian and he is fine. Well, Ian's less a dog and more of like a force of nature. Grapes and chocolate. Chocolate and onions. Onion. The onion. Do. I could have dropped my croissant. Grapes you can't smell. I saw a video last night about a dude who like ferments grapes to eat. So wine, that's like I was kind of thinking that too, but like he says he ferments them for like a week or something, just like the whole grapes. He says they're like fizzy and tangy. And I cannot decide if that sounds awful or not. Like, it's one of those things where I'm intrigued. One time I saw a wino eating grapes. I was like, dude, you gotta wait. It does sound kind of awful, yeah. Like the fizzy part intrigues me, but I don't know about like the like tang to it. And he also added like spices and stuff. I don't know. Does he know that's the starting process of wine making? Watch. I'm gonna get another video recommended from that dude at some point. He's like, hey, it's a follow-up. I realized that the true secret is fermenting for like 6 months instead of 3 days. He's just drunk off wine. Okay, let's do the blendies. Babe. What up, Co? So why the big mouth? I was born with it. I've just had a thing for like drawing hands and mouths recently. And I haven't really been doing many like just for me projects on stream. So I wanted to do something a bit like wild and more my style on stream. And I've got I have an idea that I think in my brain is gonna make a pretty cool image where it's gonna be like holding a pencil. And then I'm gonna come up with a little phrase to write around it. Give like kind of a like retro concert poster kind of vibe. My pink lights. What about them? You got pink lights? Do 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 do. Yeah, span shirt. Yeah. That kind of vibe. No, I don't. I don't understand the question then. Do you want pink lights? Get it together, Gruber. Yeah. Give yourself a little pep talk. You got this. I believe in you. really don't want to work on the teeth. I need a better lips reference than what I have. The reference I'm working with has like 7 whole pixels. I'm confusion. Yeah. I would explain what's going on here. But like I don't know. Teeth. I don't want to do it. If you have questions, we might be able to answer. It's okay. Ko, you're being very kind. Further causing the confusion to begin with.